everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nancy and I make videos on nursing. I make videos on how you can move to the UK as a registered nurse. I also do travel videos, lifestyle, and anything that I find interesting and I can make a video out of. So welcome to my channel, and if you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe. All you have to do is click on this subscribe button right here, and also remember to click on the notification bell so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. I would like to thank you guys so much for all the lovely, all the sweet messages that I have been getting from you, and I want to say that I am grateful that you watch them, and I am touched that they actually help or motivate some of you to work hard or do your exams so you can get to the UK. Today I am going to be giving you guys some tips on how you can make your process to come to the UK easier, less stressful, quicker. I will be giving you tips on how you can speed up the process or prevent delays, and you can get to the UK as soon as possible. Tip number one, have an idea how the whole process works. And this is for those of you that have not started the process, those of you that are thinking of moving to the UK as nurses, but you haven't really understood how the whole process works. So my advice is that you do your research, ask questions. You can ask me even in this video or in the comment section below, and I will answer to the best of my knowledge. So do your research and try to understand what steps are involved, what are the requirements, what is needed or what is expected of you, so you can complete the whole process and get your PIN number, how you even find a job, how do you do the interviews, where will you even work, or what areas are you even going to work. So I think it's important to do your research and have an idea or have an understanding of the whole process before you even start, and that way you'll be able to plan yourself. So yeah, be aware of what the whole process entails, and you can be able to plan yourself from there. Tip number two, ensure that you have an idea of how much money you are going to spend for the whole process. I think this is important because that way you're able to budget and you're able to think about where you're going to get the money, be it from your salary, from family and friends, or from wherever you get the money. So if you don't have an idea of how much money you might spend, I recently did a video on the estimated cost of the whole NMC process, and you can check that on the iCards up here, and I will also be putting a link in the description box below so you can check out the estimated costs, and I hope that will be helpful to you and it will be able to guide you on how much money you might spend in this whole process, so you can get ready for that. Number three, use an agency. I know some people prefer to do some things solo. Most of the things I prefer to do them by myself, but for this process I thought that it was complex, and I figured out that I had to try and find an agency that would guide me in this process, and I'm glad I did, because after searching through several agencies, the one I decided to go with, they were really good. They gave me an idea of the whole process before I even started. They provided some reading materials, they provided a lot of guidance and answered a lot of questions that I had. I think agencies are important because they've done this for a long time. They've seen people go through different things, so they are able to answer the questions much better and explain to you what is needed or what is expected of you, and they can even give you advice on which areas to work and live in the UK, because they live here, they've lived here for a long time, and they are able to tell you this place is good for you if you have a family, or if you're looking for this, then this is the best place for you. So please try to find an agency. And like I always say at the end of all my videos, if you are looking for an agency and you want one that is based here in the UK, they do not charge the nurses, and they're very good. They provide all the reading materials that are required. Then contact me on Facebook or Instagram, and my handles are right here for Instagram and Facebook, so you can contact me there and I will link you up to those agencies or that specific agency. Tip number four, try to do one step at a time. Some people get very excited or impatient, or I don't know what it is, but they want to do all the steps at once. You find that somebody is studying for IELTS, for CBT, and even OSCE, and they haven't even gotten to the UK. So I think that it's not wise to try and do everything at the same time. In my opinion, I'd rather you do one step at a time, so you concentrate on one step, give it all your energy, and then once you're done with that, then move on to the next. Otherwise you'll get confused and you'll be just, you know, disorganized. Yeah. And if you are worried about OSCE and you haven't even done your CBT, please don't even think about OSCE at that stage. In my opinion, don't even think about OSCE until you get to the UK. As a matter of fact, don't even think about OSCE, or don't even worry about OSCE until you find your trainer and they give you the dates for the training. And that's even before you book your OSCE exam. Okay? Tip number 5, kind of related to number 4. Try to start with IELTS or the English requirement, if that's a requirement for you, because some people have other ways of proving their English proficiency. My reason for saying you start with the English exam is because it gives a lot of people problems, me included. I had issues with writing and I had to resit my IELTS exam, and that I think was the most difficult part of this whole NMC process, to be honest with you guys. So I always tell people, try to start with that and, you know, get it done and forget about it, because once you finish the IELTS and once you pass the IELTS, then everything else just becomes easy. So my opinion, start with IELTS or OET or proving your English proficiency, and then move on to CBT and submitting your documents and the other steps. And number 6, when it comes to filling your documents to submit them to the NMC, please make sure you read and double check your forms. I think now they have a new process where you actually don't have to send the documents via post. You can just upload them, but even then, make sure that you just check that you filled in correctly. Whatever is required, you put it there, and that will avoid delays when they keep sending the forms back. That will just avoid unnecessary delays, and that way you get your decision letter quicker, and the whole process is easier for you, and you will get to the UK much quicker. So double check your forms, ask where you don't know, and this is where having an agency comes in, because some questions can be tricky, and if you ask them, they'll be able to guide you on how to fill your forms the best way possible. Number 7, try to follow the agency's advice. Okay? So if you get an agency, please try to follow what they are saying, because they have done this for thousands of people and they know how these things are done. They are aware about the new updates. I think they usually have meetings with the NMC to update them on new changes or, you know, things like that. So please respect them. Know that they have done this for a long time, and they are doing this for your benefit anyway. Now the last tip number 8, find yourself a good OSCE trainer. Some employers do provide training for the OSCE exam, but some do not. And if your employer does not provide a trainer, please try to find one that has really good reviews, and this will help you to know what is expected of you during the exam, and it will prevent delays when you go to do that exam and fail. Now I get questions from people saying, oh, I have 10 years of experience in nursing, or I have 15 years or even more, you know, nursing experience. Do I really need training? Answer is yes. The whole point of you doing the OSCE exam is not for them to judge whether you have nursing skills. They know you have nursing skills, and that's why you have gotten to this point in the registration process. I think the whole point of you doing the OSCE exam is for them to know if you're doing the nursing procedures, or if you're doing things in their way and how they like them done in the UK style, if we can call it that. So you going for the training is for the trainer to help you get into the whole system of doing things the UK way. And yeah, so you need training, and please try to find a good trainer. If you're looking for an OSCE trainer, I have one as well. Contact me on Facebook or Instagram again, and I will refer you to the trainer. Thank you so much for watching the video up to this point, and that's all the tips I had for you. If you have gone through this whole NMC process and you have some more tips, please put them in the comment section below so other people can read them and also benefit from your experiences. So yeah, Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you on my next video. Bye.